So I know there's something that you don't recommend from your trip. So we should talk about that now too.
Oh my gosh, my one don't recommend. Okay, everyone, if you're It's a Tough to Be a Bug fan, I apologize. Okay, I went in there.
No,
I
you don't.
tried.
No, you don't.
I tried to be open about it. Okay, remember when you all sent us to Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor? We tried to be open and we loved it. Okay, so just proof that we can be objective. It's Tough to Be a Bug. Horrible, traumatizing. Spiders dropping from the ceiling, bad smells being shot in your face, fog everywhere. It's awful. The crazy things sticking into your back. Like, why are we doing this to children? I do not know why everyone in the audience seemed to love it. I don't know. Maybe I'm the crazy one, but I hated this attraction so much. Cannot wait for it to be Zootopia themed, because what I had forgotten about, just to give them a little bit of credit, is the Flick animatronic, the grasshopper dude animatronic, whatever his name is. Those are great animatronics. So, you bring some of that in there with Zootopia. I feel like you can have a lot of fun in that show. It's a great space. The effects were done really well on a technical sense, but in terms of do I want to be assaulted with noise and smells when I'm trying to enjoy myself sense, not good. Just not good at all. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Yeah, it's awful. I haven't done it probably in about 8 years, I think, because you'll remember this, Joe. A long, long time ago, early in our blogging lives, we wrote for a site called Traveling Mom and Traveling Dad. And we had retreats at Walt Disney World, and they gave us assignments of stories to write about. And for whatever reason, like my very first Traveling Mom retreat, I think, I got the assignment to write a whole story about It's Tough to Be a Bug. Like, how can you write an entire blog article about It's Tough to Be a Bug? And we all had to go see it together, those of us who were assigned it. And we all kind of left like, what on earth are we going to be writing about? And how can we even possibly remotely recommend this? It's so, so bad. So that has been forever traumatizing to me. And I don't think I've gone back since.
One shout out, and I'd totally forgotten this. It gets you close up to the Tree of Life for looks at some of the carvings in the Tree of Life that I frankly had forgotten existed. And there's so much, again, I don't know, again, maybe it's just Joe Rody, but just like Pandora, there's so much care and attention put into the Tree of Life that I really appreciate. Man, love the queue. Just walk through the queue and then be like, hey, can I get out of here? Or just when they open the doors, just walk straight in, walk straight out the other side. Because I've been the Tree of Life trails. There's a term for them, but the Tree of Life pathways, I think is what they're called, on the backside of the Tree of Life. I've enjoyed those. It's a quiet place to go in Animal Kingdom, especially if, your kid needs just some quiet and like some time away. And so this is like that, but it's on the other side. So, obviously tree is 360 degrees around. So shout out for that, but no shout out for It's Tough to Be a Bug. I'm sorry if you love it. Feel free to leave your comments, youtube.com/@DisneyDeciphered. They were like, no videotaping. And I was like, thank goodness. Don't want to traumatize anyone with this on the YouTubes. But yeah, leave your comments, send us your messages if you love it. But we apologize. We do not love it. All right, one last thing before we get to Disney do's and don'ts. I forgot to do this at the top, but I did want to give a shout out and a hello to Kelsey, Nicole, and also to Jamie. We always say, I think, on this podcast, I think this happened to you at least once, Leslie. Please, if you see us in the parks, say hello. Nobody ever takes us up on it. But Kelsey, Nicole, Jamie, thank you for taking me up on it. They also happen to be fellow Travelmation agents as well, so I'm not sure if that made a difference. Actually, I had another friend and listener who was in the park who we were trying to meet up, but we were texting, so that's different. But if you just see me randomly in the park, I mean, Kelsey was straight up like, I'm just walking by and she's like, Joe? And so it's a little awkward at first, but then, we all love Disney, so it's totally fine. Feel free to say hello in the parks, unless I'm yelling at my children, in which case, please do not videotape and do not put it on the internet.
Let's close this out with our traditional Disney do or don't. What do you have for us?
Okay, I have a Disney don't. It is sort of tongue-in-cheek, but maybe not really. And my Disney don't is, if you are two adult grown men, don't go to the princess meet and greets as two adult grown men, especially two kind of socially awkward, introverted adult young men. It was, my friend and I, sorry, buddy, but gonna call you out here. Right at the beginning of After Hours, we were like, oh, let's see how long the character meet and greet for the princesses are. Which, by the way, good time to meet the princesses. If your kids can stay up late enough, the line was short. It was like 5 minutes. But then we had to talk to Tiana and Rapunzel, and we were just like awkward middle schoolers cracking stupid jokes with these grown women who have the patience of saints. They never broke character. They were excellent. But the reason why I say two grown men should not do that is because I'm just so embarrassed of everything that happened during those 5 minutes that I would love to block out for the rest of my life, Leslie. But I kid you not, 56 pictures from the shadow boxes from that interaction. 56 pictures of talking to Tiana and Rapunzel. Just gonna have to burn them all in the trash.
So awkward. I mean, I find it awkward as a woman. And so, yeah, I can only imagine with the two of you together. So definitely kudos to the cast members. They earned their Disney pay that night putting up with you guys.
Yeah, they're just like, what are these losers doing, man? Like that's what must have been going through their head, but they didn't break character at all. And it's a funny memory, but also I don't think I'm ever doing that again. So, we weren't even drinking, Leslie. Actually, it'd probably be worse if we were drinking because, don't bother cast members when you're inebriated or whatever. But, we were just stone cold sober and just a couple of weirdos talking to Tiana and Rapunzel, who were great. Again, shout out to the cast members.
That's fantastic. So I'm glad you're further memorializing that awkward moment here for posterity on our podcast. Thank you, Joe.
Yes, the 56 pictures that shall never see the light of day. Maybe I'll ask for permission to put this out on YouTube. Which, as a reminder, as we close things out, we are on YouTube now, youtube.com/@DisneyDeciphered. Please check us out there. Like, subscribe, comment. We really appreciate it. And you can also find old episodes of Disney Deciphered anywhere you find audio podcasts. Leslie, where can people find your work on the internet? You're writing about Disney and travel in general with kids.
Tripswithtykes.com for you Disneyland folks. I'm going to sneak it in. I got 2 new posts this week with strategies for rope drop up that are very, very Leslie geeky deep dive. So enjoy that. And I'm Trips with Tykes everywhere on social media. Joe, where can folks find you?
You can find me as a Joe Flies all over social media. And if you're looking to book a Disney vacation or any vacation like your aunt, Leslie, Joseph Chung at travelmation.net. I would love to help you out. And thanks again to all my clients out there. I really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so that does it for this episode. It was a lot of fun. It was a really fun trip. I think not having the stress of worrying about a kid did help me to have a little bit more fun. So all of you Disney adults out there, go out there and do it. Just don't go talking to the princesses without a kid. You'll probably regret it. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening to this. And other than that, Leslie, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. And I will see you never having to ride It's Tough to Be a Bug ever again.
Thanks, Joe.